Coming in. All right. It's time to start the show. I have my special guest in the back, and I will bring him in right after this. Come on. Yet. We ain't done yet. We got the Cleveland Browns coming up. It's time. It's time to start the show. And let me bring in my special guest, my brother. Yes, he is a Cleveland Brown fan. David M. Clark.
What's up, Corey? Thanks for having me on. How you been, buddy?
How you doing?
All right. It's about 50 degrees out here in Northeast Ohio. I don't know what they're calling for temperatures tomorrow. Should be crisp. Should be good football weather.
Yeah, they say it's gonna rain a little bit.
Yeah, we've been having rain off and on. It's a little wet, but I don't foresee a heavy downpour. It'll be spotty here and there. Nothing, no elements to affect the game plan or anything significant during gameplay.
Yeah. Hello, CG. If he's still here. What's up, Daniel's Berry Sports Highlight? How you doing? No Border Sports. What's up? How you doing, man? Carcass. How you doing? Okay, I'll check later. Laura Cat, what's up? How you doing? Thank you. Nathan Z, what's up? What's up, John J. 49er Ultimate Report? He says, what's up, Corey and David Clark? Welcome, Dave Clark.
All right. Anything you got to say, and let me know when it's my turn to talk, or let me know what you got for me. I got a few segments here I'd like to play when it comes time, but I want to let you get your podcast started. Let me know what's on your mind, or where I can start off with my segments. Let me know how you want to do this. I usually, when I do these things, I usually just wing it. We just that's all we do. There's no real planned. Like I said, I got a couple segments here to play that I think people will be able to hear if the audio is quality. Does I sound okay now? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, if you got something on your mind where you want to start, let me know. Or if you want me to take over and just go where I want to go with it, I can do that. What do you got for me, Corey?
Okay.
Where should we begin? Go ahead.
Now, I wish we were playing Cleveland Brown at their strongest. I hear that y'all know y'all lost Chubb at the Steelers game. I wish he was healthy, and I don't like that he got hurt because I want to play Cleveland at their strongest. And then you lost your first string quarterback,
Deshaun Watson.
And then now I hear your second string is hurt. So we playing the
I'm
third
sorry. The
string.
second string wasn't hurt. The second string was demoted to third string.
Oh, okay.
We elevated PJ Walker from the practice squad to second string because Dorian Thompson Robinson, he's a rookie, he's a 5th round draft pick, and he wasn't ready to start. I can elaborate more on that when you're done saying what you're going to say, but go ahead. I don't want to interrupt the train of thought, but I'll fill everybody in on that.
Well, yes, I'll just say I want to play y'all at the strongest. I don't like playing teams when they got a lot of injuries, they lose their starters, because I don't, then when we beat you is, we didn't have all our players, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. So I want to play y'all when y'all at your strongest. I don't like injuries.
Maybe Kyle Shanahan will even the odds. Maybe after 49ers get a 35-0 lead, he'll call off the dogs and put in the bench and kind of coast the rest of the way. I just hope we can score. That's all. It's not going to be a pretty game on Sunday. It's going to be hard for me to watch. I'm going to watch it because I'm a loyal Browns fan, but this one's going to be hard to watch.
Yeah, I
wish I could say that we could at least stay in the game and try to keep it close. If we had all our starters, including Chubb and Watson, then I could honestly tell you that we could stay in the game and stay with them to at least keep it close. We have none of that. So, I look at this opportunity for San Francisco to play their bench, and I wouldn't risk injuring your starters once the game's in the bag. That's when you just unload your bench and coast the rest of the way. That's what I'd do if I'm Shanahan.
Yeah, like he did against the Dallas Cowboys. About time in the fourth quarter, we was up 42-10. He brought in the backups and benched his starters. Okay, go ahead, fill us in on your injuries.
Well, everybody knows Nick Chubb's out for the injury. He was lucky he could walk away without having to amputate his leg. He's lucky the artery didn't get severed. That young man, as long as he can walk normal the rest of his life, and if he calls it quits, I'm all for it. If he doesn't, and if he's able to return, he becomes and he's able to play again, which we won't know till next year. They're talking like, well, Chubb had the first surgery like 3 weeks ago, and now he's getting ready to have the second surgery that's required after the first surgery. So if he's able to play again, which they're talking like he will, which would be next year, of course, he's done for the rest of this year. He becomes an unrestricted free agent in March of 2005. So his contract's good through 2024. Deshaun Watson, I saw the play he got injured on. That's on him. He didn't protect himself. All he had to do was slide first to protect himself, and he went head first to pick up extra yardage, and he absorbed all the shock from the head. First, it was reported as a sore shoulder, and then it was reported as a shoulder injury, and now it's reported as a rotator cuff contusion. Now it's being reported that Deshaun Watson may require surgery on a rotator cuff. So, again, that's on Watson. He should have protected himself, but he should have went into the slide. He didn't do that. So no excuse. No excuses for injuries. It is what it is. And same thing could happen to Lamar Jackson if he doesn't want to protect himself. I don't want it to, but we saw Brock Purdy get injured last year on a UCL injury. He was able to make it back from that injury. Good for him. So you never know. That's part of the game. But getting back on. Those are the two main injuries right there. On the defensive side, we got Denzel Ward. He's out with a concussion again. Or I think he was listed as questionable. I take that back. Denzel Ward is questionable. He might play Sunday. Give me 1 second, and I'll go right there. Bear with me. Boot up the machine here. Be a lot better. All right, right now, Cleveland Brown injury report for the game. We got Joe Paternio, our all-pro left guard. He's listed with a knee injury. He didn't practice all week. Game status, he's out. He's out for the game. So Paternio's out. We got Myles Garrett listed on the injury report. Says it's a foot injury. He didn't practice Wednesday. He had limited participation. Myles Garrett had limited participation Thursday. Myles Garrett went full practice Friday. Game status, he's good. He'll play. David Njoku is listed on the injury report. He had an off-field injury. He burned his face and his hand. Did not practice Wednesday. Did not practice Thursday. He was limited practice Friday. Game status, he's questionable. Of course, Deshaun Watson, right shoulder, rotator cuff contusion. He didn't practice all week. He's listed as out. Running back Jerome Ford, listed with a knee injury. Wednesday, he was limited practice. Thursday and Friday, he was full practice. He'll play. Our center, Ethan Pasillo, listed with a chest, knee, foot injury. He was limited practice all week on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. He's listed as questionable for game. And Cedric Tillman, wide receiver, he had a hip injury, did not practice all game, so he's out. So we got Paternio, Watson, and Cedric listed as out for the game. So I take that back on Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward will play, and that's good. We need him on defense. I'm looking at the San Francisco 49ers injury report. I don't know why they put this for George Kittle. I'll let you speak on Kittle, but I'll tell you what I'm reading right here. It shows George Kittle injury. It just says resting player.
Yeah,
Wednesday did not practice. Thursday, full participation. Friday, full participation. It's got Kittle game status unspecified. I don't know what kind of shit they want to pull there. If he's playing, just put it down.
What they did,
I say he's playing. I say they're pulling a list of bullshit there. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's playing.
What they doing? A lot of times we rest our starters. Like after some games, we give them a little time off. You know, they give him a little time off, and they'll say, "Oh, you injured," but then he's not really injured. They're giving him a rest day,
more time to heal and recover.
They gave somebody else that too. Some other players, same thing. I know we got our linebacker Greenlaw. He's questionable to play that day. He's injured. I think it's a hamstring. And I know our running back, not CNC, yeah, but what's his name? Mitchell. He's out. And this man never could stay healthy. He'll play 2 games and be out on the injury. This man could never stay healthy. I keep on ready. I'm ready to get rid of him because every time he's injured. he just can't stay healthy. He just can't.
And just so you know, Corey, after the game on Sunday, I'm not going live with you in the group because after the game, I want to be able to be free from this. I want to be able to take my loss. All right. I know. Last time we played San Francisco, you had to go live with me on Monday Night Football after the game. I ain't going live. Sorry. It ain't happening.
You see what Brian Cup wrote here? We lost the AFC Championship game in 1949 to the Browns. I just found out I wasn't alive then, but I am not over it because also they shut us out on 1974. I want to repay the Browns.
I looked up the series. It was interesting. The series with Cleveland and San Francisco, all the years they played, Cleveland leads the series 12-8. It'll close up to 12-9 after tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't know where we were in the series. But yeah, and in the earlier championships, I saw on when I looked it up the championships he's referring to back when we had Paul Brown. Anyways. Right now, we've got a major concern and a major issue with the front office staff here in Cleveland. For those of you who don't know who our owner is Mr. Jimmy Haslam and his wife Dee Haslam from Tennessee. Fill you in very quickly. Jimmy Haslam used to own all the Flying J and Pilot truck stops. At one time, he had a partial ownership with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe it was back in the early 2000s or maybe the late 90s. He had a percentage of ownership, and I believe the league forced him to sell out his percentage way back when. So he comes from a partial ownership of Pittsburgh Steelers. Prior to Haslam selling his, now Jimmy Haslam did sell his Flying J, Pilot, Travel Center franchises, so he cashed in on all that. But prior to doing that, his employees were taken to federal court for scamming trucking companies and owner operators out of diesel fuel rebate money. So, I mean, it don't look good on Haslam. To me, he looks like a crook. He looks like he's untrustworthy, but he owns the franchise, and we can't just run him out of town. And the city of Cleveland's already talking about. They're already in talks to make the plans to either renovate the stadium we have now or build him a new stadium. He's acceptable to renovate the stadium where it stands today. The lease on this stadium right now in Cleveland runs out after the 2029 season. So we've got 6 years left on that lease. So there's no talks about him moving the team, but he couldn't move the team till after 2029 if he wanted to do that. The last talk was he's good with the city of Cleveland, either providing him a brand new stadium or renovate the current stadium to modernize, facilitate his needs, so to speak. So, we're going to have a team, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be stuck with this owner. Whether I want to bash him, call him a crook, a liar, a thief, I don't like the guy. I don't like the way he runs the franchise, but that's for me to deal with. He steps in and makes irrational decisions when there's times he should just step back and let things happen as they naturally would on their own without him pulling punches or pulling strings. So with that being said, we have what I call the Ivy League computer geeks in the upper front office. That starts with Paul DePodesta. To fill people in, Paul DePodesta is a graduate of Harvard University, the Ivy League. He's the chief strategy advisor of the Cleveland Browns. So he sits right below Jimmy Haslam, and he advises and tells Jimmy Haslam and makes suggestions of which way he should go, what hiring decisions he should make, what coaches to hire, what general manager to stay with, and which way to direct the franchise. Because as we know, a franchise is a business, sort of like corporately run, so to speak. So when you have a chief executive officer that's running a business and they decide to go a different direction with it, that's what DePodesta does. He suggests to Jimmy and D and Jimmy has which way and which direction to take their franchise, and it's up to Haslam if he wants to approve his recommendations and suggestions or deny them. Problem is, we got our general manager, Andrew Berry. He's another Harvard grad. I take nothing away from these guys. Paul DePodesta and Andrew Berry, they're intelligent. There's no doubt they're not intelligent. You graduate from the University of Harvard, you are one smart cookie, and I commend you for that. Andrew Berry graduated in the top 5% of his class at the University of Harvard. He earned a law degree. He's a lawyer. A licensed attorney, passed the bar, of course. And Andrew Berry is, to say something good about him as a general manager, he's very intelligent to draw up and stipulate terms of player contracts, and you need that. That's perfect. You know, he knows how to print, draw up an agreement. And Kevin Stefanski is a graduate of Yale University. So we got the Ivy League code that you can't crack, the Ivy League computer geeks. And with this Ivy League code, this term that I'm using, okay, they have each other's backs, and they're here to tell Jimmy Haslam, no, we got to stay, we got to run it this way. They're into analytics. Analytics does not work. If analytics works in football for another team, that's fine. But in Cleveland, traditional football we play here in Cleveland, analytics will not work in the AFC North Division. You got to be a football guy, and you coach by the feel for the game in that moment. That being said, all three of them need to go. And I'll tell you why they need to go right here. I'm going to let everybody listen to something. This man right here, this is why I say the three of them need to go, because I agree with what this man says. What I'm about to play is a segment from a YouTube channel, Quintrell Bishop. His real name is Chuck Martin. He lives in Youngstown, Ohio. This guy's got 60,000 subscribers. Every video and live he does, he draws in 2,000 to 4,000 views. And he gets hundreds of comments. So he's got a large following. I'm going to let people listen. Corey, when I play this, tell me if you can hear it. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it clearly. I just want you to hear what this guy's got to say, and then I'll elaborate and comment. What you're about to hear right here is why I agree that at the end of this season, DePodesta, our chief executive officer, Andrew Berry, our general manager, and Kevin Stefanski need to be completely removed out of the building. Those are the Ivy League geeks, and here's why.
Before you say play.
And then Stefanski comes back the next week and our offense is back to being.
What are you saying?
I wanted to read this comment from Brian. Overall record is 19-10. Browns lead the series.
Okay, cool. Let me know if you can hear this, if it's loud enough. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear this guy. This guy's going to rant. Here we go. Quintrell Bishop.
Different. And then Stefanski comes back the next week and our offense is back to being 20-yard box. I can't emphasize how bad this guy is. You're just not equipped. And then look at Stephon Diggs, 62 catches in Kevin's offense in 2019, 115 the next year in Buffalo. People say, well, yeah, Josh Allen. Kirk Cousins is not a scrub. Everyone struggles in Stefanski's offense. Look at Beckham. They didn't even know how to use him because Stefanski don't go downfield. I mean, he's just a guy's an idiot. When's the last time we actually thrown a slant in a football game? I cannot remember the last time we threw a fucking slant. Can't remember. When's the last time we threw a screen? This guy is so offensively challenged. And like I say, he's not willing to change. He's not willing to change because he's stubborn. He's an Ivy League clown. It's his way or the fucking highway. And I got an owner out there that could just pull the plug and say, you're gone, you're gone. They got to get rid of Depot Desta. They have to get rid of him. He is the biggest problem in Cleveland. And Stefanski's got to go. He can't stay because the guy, I don't even want him just not calling plays. He's got to be out of the building. When Myles Garrett rolled his eyes after that pathetic post-game speech after they won, I think they beat the Titans, that just speaks volumes for how that locker room feels about Kevin Stefanski. They don't like it. Look at the defense, how they play inspired, and then look at the offense. It's like night and day. And as soon as Nick Chubb went down, this guy has no clue on how to – he's fucking horrible. And I got an owner that just allows it to keep going on and on and on. He's got to get rid of it. And this should have happened Sunday night. He should have called Kevin in and Depot and said, listen, it ain't working. You brought me a $230 million quarterback who's playing worse than Baker Mayfield did last year, or 2 years, whatever. It ain't working. You got to go. The results are there. Analytics says that your offense is fucking making players regress. You have to fucking go. That's what he should have said. But no, this dumbass is going to wait till we're fucking 4-9, 4-10 when the season's over. Or better yet, he's going to wait till next year, and he's going to be like, one more year I'll give you guys. And we're going to go. I shouldn't have to fucking feel this way about a team that's stacked like this. I'm telling you right now, you go pull GMs in the league, they would love to have this roster. Because Watson is an elite quarterback still. I don't care what people say. He's an elite quarterback. If you watch the Cleveland Browns, you can put anyone in this offense. They're not going to look good. They're not going to look good. What about Jacoby Brissett? That was last year. Teams figured him out. Trust me. You're not going to look good in this offense. Kevin Stefanski let Andy Dalton come into Cleveland last year. Minus fucking 10 degrees out and beat us at Cleveland. A dome team. A dome team. Because he threw the ball 38 times or whatever the fuck it was. This guy runs when he should pass and passes when he should run. He tries to outsmart everybody. He is the worst fucking coach ever. And Depot Desta, I don't know what the fuck he does in this organization. He's a head of analytics, whatever, but he's a cancer. He is a fucking cancer. Everything is analytics with the Browns. Everything. Kelly Bronson, how the fuck do you look at your players and say, well, here's your wide receiver coach? You got men that are
Okay, there you go. That's a rant from my man, Chuck Martin. Quintrell Bishop is his channel on YouTube. If you want to look up Quintrell Bishop and you want to subscribe to him, feel free to subscribe to his channel. He just doesn't rant about the Browns. He talks about all kinds of – he's my entertainment. But I agree with what you just heard and just saw as best I could hold up the screen. He hit on it, okay? And he's right. I agree with him. It's time to move on from these geeks at the end of the season, these Ivy League geeks. And you take last year. We had depth at the quarterback position last year. That's a fact. Our quarterback room last year consisted of Deshaun Watson, which he had to start with 11-game suspension. Then we had Jacoby Brissett, and he came in and he held it down for 11 games until Watson could play. And Brissett won 5 games for us as a backup. And then we had Josh Dobbs. We could have extended Brissett for another year. And if we had Jacoby Brissett right now as second string and Josh Dobbs as third string, I would feel so much at ease going into this game tomorrow with San Francisco, not to win it, but to maybe hold our own a little bit, maybe score once or twice, and at least somewhat be in the game or make some type of a game out of it. But now we got Dorian Thompson-Robinson, a rookie. He was drafted in the 5th round. Now, everybody, Corey, you know me. You know I'm not a Homer Browns fan, and we got so many Homer fans
Yeah, I talked about that.
That make our fan base look so bad that don't grasp the concept of football in its entirety. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he played in the preseason, but he played against guys on that field that didn't even make an NFL roster. So, yeah, he looked good in the preseason. Everybody hyped him up. So, how do you make a decision to take a rookie drafted in the 5th round at quarterback and make him the backup for Watson? Okay, and then when DTR got in to start against Baltimore with Watson being out, he looked exactly like a 5th round draft pick. He had like a 28 quarterback rating and threw 3 interceptions. You just ruined that kid's confidence for good. He will not start another NFL game. He'll be cut at the end of the season or demoted back to the practice squad. And you just ruined his confidence. So now we got PJ Walker stepping up to fill in. He's played maybe 8 games for the Carolina Panthers, but he has more experience than Dorian Thompson-Robinson, of course. The killer of this thing is, Corey, is we let go of or we traded Josh Dobbs for a 5th round draft pick as the preseason was being completed. We could have kept Josh Dobbs, and Dobbs is he's not a starter, of course, but he's a reliable backup. Dobbs could have got us through that Baltimore game and come out way better than Dorian Thompson-Robinson. So that tells you right there the decision making for Stefanski there on evaluating the quarterback position as far as his backup goes. That's not a good decision the way they went from what they had a year ago.
Bebop Jones got a question for you. Do they still have faith in Kareem Hunt?
I'm not sure yet. Kareem Hunt, he's only been back for 2 games. With the way it's going right now, I mean, I'm sure you're not going to see the Kareem Hunt that had 1,300 yards rushing with the Kansas City Chiefs, but do they still have faith in him? Not for long term, but for this year, for the remainder of this year to get us through the season, they do. If that's saying anything. Nobody else wanted him. He's noted as a woman beater. Nobody else signed him.
So who lines up on Trent Williams' side? Is it going to be what's Myles Garrett, or is it going to be the what's that guy name? I can't think of his name. I've been hearing about him.
Garrett's a right defensive end. Is that Trent Williams? He left tackle?
Yeah, he's left tackle.
Yeah, Garrett will be across from him.
Okay. Don't Myles Garrett sometimes move different?
Once in a while he'll move back to the left side, but he primarily stays on the right side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, left defensive end is Myles Garrett. So Darius Smith will be on the right side, right in on the edge rushers. And then we got Agba Okoronkwo that comes in and fills in on the edge rushers too. So here's another interesting take. I want to play another segment here. And again, that last segment that I was holding up, you guys could hear it clear. It sounded good?
Yes.
It did? Okay. This is another take from a guy named Adam the Bull. Adam the Bull, he's a sports broadcaster. He used to be on 92.3 The Fan in Cleveland. He left that. He has his own podcast show that he runs there in Cleveland. And I'm going to give you his take. I'm going to let you listen to this.
I would think maybe even double digits. But who should play? There was a report yesterday by Brad Stainbrook. I give Brad a little credit. He's a young guy. I had never even heard of him 2 years ago. Young guy coming up in the Browns beat reporter ranks. And he's hit on a few stories. He definitely has a connection. There's definitely a source that he's got. And he reported yesterday that P.J. Walker would start over DTR if Deshaun Watson can't go. What I don't understand about that, and that's fine, if they think, if Kevin Stefanski thinks P.J. Walker gives you a better chance to win, especially against a team like San Francisco, then okay. What I don't understand is when you were evaluating your quarterbacks this summer and you decided to move on from Josh Dobbs, and don't get me wrong, I've said this consistently, Josh Dobbs is not that good a quarterback. I don't know that he's any better than P.J. Walker, probably a little better, but not significantly. He doesn't move the needle. He's not really a starting quarterback. He shouldn't be. He started for Arizona. He's been serviceable. I'll give him that. But I don't look at him. Nobody wants Josh Dobbs as their starting quarterback. Great guy by all accounts. Brilliant guy by all accounts. Nothing not to like about him. He's just not a very good quarterback. He is a quality backup. But he had some experience in the league. What if the Browns were going to give up, and not give up long term, but give up short term on DTR? If he was that unprepared to play, why did you trade the veteran away for a 5th round pick? It's not like you couldn't live without that 5th round pick they got for Josh Dobbs. So that's I think a fair criticism of management here. Listen, everybody's job is on the line right now for the Browns, except for Deshaun Watson because he's got guaranteed money. But if this season goes badly, Kevin Stefanski should be, and I think will be fired. Andrew Berry should be, and I think will be fired. You're blowing it up. I mean, I think if the season goes badly, Myles Garrett's looking for a trade. Nick Chubb is going at the end of the year. He's a free agent. I don't think he's coming back. You're probably moving on from Amari Cooper. There's going to be a huge overhaul this season. And Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, as I assume as a tandem, decided that DTR, because he played well in the preseason and they're watching him in practice every day, we can't. But they said he's good enough to be a backup quarterback. And after one poor game that they didn't have him ready for and he didn't have himself ready for, now they've decided, okay, we're going to go with this journeyman veteran when we already had a veteran who'd been in our system a while who's a little better than this journeyman veteran. What does that say about their ability to talent evaluate? It doesn't say a lot. It doesn't say anything good. Let's face it, the Browns need Deshaun Watson to have any chance of beating San Francisco. There is virtually no chance of the Browns winning this game with P.J. Walker or DTR. I don't think there's to me, the spread on this game, whether it's DTR or P.J. Walker, is not going to be different. If they're going to be 11-point underdog with one, they'll be an 11-point underdog with the other. There's no discernible difference between the two. The Browns have almost no chance of winning this game with either of those guys. But if Deshaun Watson can play and he's, 90%, and the fact that 2 weeks ago they thought he was going to play up until the last minute, it makes me think that either he should go or he's had a setback. And I guess we'll find out this afternoon. However, if Deshaun Watson is able to do that, then I think the Browns have a legitimate chance. They're at home. It's tough for West Coast teams playing East Coast or Eastern time zone 1 o'clock games. Those are tricky for the West Coast team. The Browns are coming off a bye.
They should be fairly fresh. And the Browns are, at least defensively, are a very physical team. Their defense has been as good as any, right there with San Fran and these other teams that have played well defensively. So I think the Browns could hang in there and potentially pull a slight upset if Deshaun Watson plays and he's relatively healthy. But they have no chance without him. None. There's no way they win this game without him. In fact, they're more likely, in my opinion, to be shut out if Watson doesn't play than win the game, which is crazy. Should never be the case in the NFL, but that's how I feel about it. All right, final thing I want to hit on. Little Thursday night football.
Okay, so I agree with him on the segment you just heard and watched. I agree with him that if this season is a disaster, that Andrew Berry and Stefanski should go. Okay, the Podesta will go with him. You'll get rid of the Ivy League computer geeks. That Ivy League code gone. All right, so you blow it up. I don't agree with him saying that Myles Garrett will want to force a trade. We paid Garrett his money. Garrett has guaranteed money. He's wrong there. Another thing he's wrong on. Okay, I said what he was right on about Stefanski and Barry. Another thing Adam the Bull's wrong on. He said Chubb is gone next year. He's a free agent. Wrong. Check. All you got to do is Google it. Check his remaining contract. Chubb's contract is through 2024. I mentioned that earlier on your podcast here, Corey. Chubb becomes an unrestricted free agent March of 2025. Amari Cooper will want out. Yes, I agree there. It'd be nice to keep Cooper again, but yeah, he'll want to go. So it'll get blown up, to a certain degree. But right now with Stefanski, Barry, and DePodesto, it's not working. And I want to add more to that. In 2014, you people have heard me say this on your podcast before, Corey. Kyle Shanahan was our offensive coordinator 2014 season. Shanahan won 7 games with Brian Hoyer as a starter in Cleveland. 7 games. That says a lot. Started 2015 season, Shanahan simply asked Jimmy Haslam if he would release him from his remaining contract. They're just like, "Oh, sure, you want to go? We'll release you." They drew it up, released him from his contract, no penalties, no nothing, let him go. If we could have kept Shanahan happy, which hindsight's 20/20, but it just goes to show we've had good we've had a few decent coaches here in Cleveland, not head coaches. But Shanahan's one right there that if you'd have had him available to take over a head coaching position in Cleveland, I really believe we could be in a very good position, because right now we have talent on our roster. There's no argument that there's not talent on the roster. We have a head coach that is holding us back. So, and I told you guys last time I was on here with you guys got a good head coach in San Francisco, where people were saying I don't know what. Some people were saying they didn't like Shanahan for this or that. I don't know where you're going at right there, and you don't have an owner like Jimmy Haslam, and I don't know if Eddie DeBartolo's got a black eye when he got before Eddie DeBartolo had to sell the team, or whoever took over the team after Eddie DeBartolo. When Eddie DeBartolo was the owner of San Francisco 49ers, he got caught up with that gambling down there in Louisiana, and I think, did he sell the franchise or did he let his daughter take it over? How did he do that? You remember?
What?
Prior to Eddie DeBartolo selling the San Francisco 49ers, did he sell them or did he give it to one of his relatives?
He gave it to one of his relatives. He gave it to his sister.
He wasn't forced to sell. He just gave it to his sister.
Yeah.
And he got caught up with that gambling there in Louisiana or some shit. So, which I personally thought DeBartolo was a good owner.
Yeah, he was.
Till he got caught up in what he got caught up with.
Yeah. Brian said he long in the draft. Brian wanted DTR. He wanted to draft him to the 49ers.
Well, you could put quite a few quarterbacks in Kyle Shanahan's system. I wish we had Kyle Shanahan as a coach, because I tell you what, he could develop DTR a lot better than the coaching staff we have in Cleveland right now. Shanahan runs a quarterback-friendly system. Whether Corey, whether you and your San Francisco 49er brothers and sisters out there want to agree or not, he runs a quarterback-friendly system. And he's got a good defense. I'm telling you right now, I mean, Brock Purdy, yes, his numbers are consistent. The only thing we haven't seen out of Brock Purdy, I don't think we've seen him play while trailing. He's played with a lead. As he played,
he played trailing last year against the Raiders. The Raiders went up a little bit. He had to come back up and beat them.
And again, my theory, I'd like to see how he would do if you put him on the Houston Texans. So I mean, Purdy's fine with where he's at. He's got a team around him, and that's what you want your quarterback to have. And if Brock doesn't have to do it all by himself, all squarely on his shoulders alone, then good for him. I mean, if you got a defense that's going to pick it up and bail you out, you're supposed to win as a team, not as an individual. But that's fine. I mean, if it's working for you guys, it's working. I can't be convinced that your team is 5-0 and probably the best team in the league based solely on sole performance on one quarterback, Brock Purdy. Well, that's a team playing good ball on both sides, man. Yeah. Offense, defense, special teams. You got good chemistry there.
But I know one player he couldn't develop. I know a couple quarterbacks he couldn't develop. I go with CJ Beathard, Nick Mullins, and now Trey Lance. He failed to develop them players. That's why I think right now he finally got a quarterback that he could trust. Brock Purdy is doing his offense what he wants.
Well, if it's working, it's working.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean that's about all I got for you. I mean, unless I got nothing good to say about the organization right now, and I just let you hear takes from a couple of people that I agree with on their take. I mean, I could play you more, but I won't. I just hate having to go through another long season, another painful season. Right now, the Cleveland Browns are the worst team in the league since 2000 or since 1999. You go to the past. Well, take all the records between 2000 and 2019. You take that 20-year frame. I think Cleveland was at the bottom of the entire league with the fewest wins. I think we only had like 119 wins in 20 years. The Detroit Lions were next above us with 122 wins. We're the worst team in the league, record-wise. So we've won one playoff game during that span, and that was during the COVID year. And Kevin Stefanski didn't even win that playoff game at Pittsburgh. That was Alex Van Pelt, our offensive coordinator, that filled in as interim head coach that game because Stefanski was out with COVID-19, watching the game from his basement in Ohio that game. So technically, Stefanski didn't win that playoff game, which is where I'll go at with this. If Stefanski would be forced to give up his offensive play calling duties to Alex Van Pelt, we might have a chance to be in the games more. But with Stefanski's play calling, his game planning, nah, man, it's a complete failure, complete shambles. I mean, that's about all I really got to say, Corey. I don't know unless you got any other questions, anything else you want to touch on, but that's about it for me.
Okay. So this is also, I just want to say, if people on Facebook watching this and your comment, I can't see it. I don't know how to bring up Facebook comments with YouTube comments, because I'm sharing this right now on Facebook. We live on Facebook too, and I can't see any comments on there. But if you want to comment and somebody see it, come over to my YouTube channel. Come to Corey Davis. Go to YouTube and type Corey Davis or Lockdown Davis, and then click on that and come in here and subscribe. So you already said that you think Brock Purdy's he wouldn't make it anywhere else. But do you know?
Well, wait a second now. I don't believe I said those exact words. I said that, and don't put words in my mouth either now, please. I don't believe I used those exact wording now. Let's get the record right. I said I would like to see how he would do starting with the Houston Texans. It would be interesting.
Well, let me tell you what he did in college. Let me tell you the story. Brock Purdy, when he got out of high school, he went to college. He was going to go, he had a few teams looking at him. He went to Nick Saban, Alabama. He was going to try out for them. But Nick Saban said, you're too short. You're not accurate. See? So he went to Arizona. Arizona put him as third string. He was playing at third string. The starting quarterback for Arizona got hurt. Then they put the backup in. He wasn't the backup. He was third string. So they put the backup in. Then the backup got hurt. I mean, not backup didn't get hurt. The backup was sucking. He sucked. So they brought in Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy took over the job and never relinquished the starting job. The starter couldn't even get his job back. So he did most of the same thing he did with the Niners.
All right, yeah.
He came in nice. He was our third string. Then Trey Lance got hurt. Jimmy G came in, played a couple games, got hurt in the Miami game. So Brock Purdy came in there, and he won the game. And he won ever since on the game. That he's getting credit for the losses of the Eagle game. But when you get injured like that, it's hard to win.
Right.
But he's been winning now ever since. So.
Okay, now back up now before you go on. You said Nick Mullins was playing under Shanahan as head coach and C.J. Beathard?
Yep. C.J. Beathard was drafted by Shanahan. Him and Kittle. They both came from the same college. I think it's Iowa. I can't pronounce the name right. They both came from the same college. And CJ Beathard, he was okay. He could throw the deep ball. And he also could take hits.
You know, you just said it right there. If today's quarterbacks in this game, they have got to be able to throw the deep ball. If they can't throw that deep ball and throw it with accuracy, and that opposing defense, they'll just move up and play the short field on you. But like you said right there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you seen Brock. I was told Brock's making all the throws, as in he's making all throws inside the numbers, outside the numbers. He's making throws deep with accuracy. So that's okay. Well, yeah, I guess and if Brock's gonna and if Purdy's gonna continue to progress from here, then you got your guy, and his agent's going to be asking for some big money when it comes time to big money. When it comes time to pay him, then you seal the deal and you pay him. And I don't know what the market's going to be set with him or where he can get to, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes for the guy now. I'm just glad he was able to recover.
Yeah.
From that UCL injury he took. So that obviously didn't affect his throwing now. So, I mean, good for him. Good for you guys. And to find him in the 7th round, just don't start thinking you're going to have this next Tom Brady deal or anything like that. Let's not go that far yet. Let's not crown him on Brady's level yet. Brady had some help, though. And the New England Patriots cheated.
Yeah.
And I still go back now that we're jumping around, going different directions with this now. The 2001 AFC divisional playoff game, Oakland Raiders at New England Patriots. There was no tuck rule. They made a tuck rule on that play, but that was a fumble, and that was where the Oakland Raiders won that game. And we know where it goes from there. I'll say no more. And make up some tuck rule on the play right at the pivotal moment of the game.
So, how do you feel how this game gonna go? What's you think the score prediction gonna be for this game?
38-0 San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think the Browns gonna be able to score?
No, not with PJ Walker at quarterback. If you guys let PJ Walker score on you, it's because you felt sorry for us, or you had your second team in. But if you're not going to put that second team in, if your starters are going to play all through halfway through the third quarter and the game's already decided, and we're down 38-0 in the third quarter, we're not going to score. Even when you put your bench in, we'll just be ready to finish that game, get that game over with, and get the hell out of there. I mean that.
Well, I had predicted the score to be 35-10.
Well, you're giving us 10 points. I gave you 38 points.
Yeah. Oh boy. Because I just think maybe your defense do his job and see, I'm kind of nervous about this game. Yes, I say 35-10, but I've seen the Niners go against teams that they're supposed to beat and lose. They don't play as tough like they're supposed to play. Because like against last year, the Bears, we were supposed to beat the Bears. But did we beat them? No. We had turnovers. We was beating ourselves, really. A lot of penalties in that game. And then we supposed to beat Atlanta. but we lost. Atlanta did. They did our their they did to us what we thought we supposed to do to them. They were running the ball, having a lot of good running plays, and keeping the ball away from our offense. And so we thought they wanted time possession.
Well, don't fall into the trap game, but like I said, if Shanahan got the team out here early and they flew into Cleveland Hopkins Airport early and they've been here since early Saturday or whatever, and they've gotten rested. The main thing is getting out here, getting from San Francisco to Cleveland Hopkins International Airport on time.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they got out here early and they had a good flight and they're rested and prepared, you should be all right. That's the main thing. If you
know what,
if you don't,
I'm surprised the 49ers didn't do this, because usually they'll go early, like Plessy to Youngstown, and go out there and practice, and be close. They were be out there in Youngstown, where the 49ers own that place. The owners, as from our owner's owner, place out there in Youngstown. That's where they from. But I'm surprised. Okay. Let me see. So you already said that we gonna win 38-0. So I was gonna ask you who scores y'all first touchdown, but you already said 38-0.
Oh, we gonna score. No. If we don't turn the ball over, that'd be a plus right there.
Yeah. So who you think get the first sack, the 49ers or the Browns?
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa. Corey Facts. Let me see what else. How would you think Brock Purdy would do on the Cleveland Browns?
Well, if they're going to keep a balanced, if Shanahan's going to come in with a good mix of run and pass and stay balanced, Purdy will easily put up, I give him 290 yards passing, 3 touchdowns easily, and if you're gonna run and have a good mix of run and pass, and you got run in there, he won't have to throw as much.
Okay. I
stay consistent with his numbers, what his numbers have been, what he's been putting up.
Yeah. Is your defense good at stopping the run?
I believe they're deep. I believe your defense is. I believe your defense. I believe San Francisco is playing good on both sides of the ball right now. Offense, defense, special teams. The guy, I tell you what, 92.3 The Fan was doing an interview with one of your radio show hosts out in the Bay Area that has his own 49ers host. He was talking a lot of rah rah hoo yah And he said right now that team out there in San Francisco, that all the players on your team are obsessed and focused with reaching the Super Bowl, and they've all come together and had one goal in mind. And right now, the mindset of that team and that locker room and with that coach, you guys got some good things going for you right now. We have to respect that. I mean, I wish I could say we could go up against you and match up evenly.
Okay.
I mean,
Now I was asking
I
about your
can't
defense
say that.
on the run. Is your
Cleveland,
defense good?
Cleveland's
Good stopping the
defense.
run. Stopping the run.
They're average, slightly above average. There's holes in that defense you can find.
What's up, CG? CG had a interview with one of your Cleveland friends. I think was it today or yesterday? Yesterday, I believe. I can't think of his name. See, I know we gotta worry about things we gotta worry about is Miles Garrett and the other guy again. I got his name already.
Darius Smith.
Darius Smith. Those are two guys that the Niners gotta make sure to keep him off Brock Purdy.
Yeah, as long as you protect your quarterback, you don't. I mean, I'm sure that's in their mind. I mean, you take that championship game last year with Philadelphia and San Francisco. Now there was a couple Homer 49ers fans. I always hear these homers. They stand out, whether they're on my team or your team or anybody's team. A homer of any team. But yeah, there was some. I'm not going to say his name, but there was a 49er homer talking about how they should have won that game and Brock Purdy shouldn't have gotten injured and all that. I said, hey, the Philadelphia Eagles, they went after you and they got you and they got your quarterback. That was a rookie quarterback in the championship game. When's the last time a rookie quarterback won a conference championship and went to Super Bowl? There hasn't been one.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, you weren't going to have that. You weren't going to have that. Victory movie type ending like you see in these victory stories. I mean, it's unfortunate he got injured, but that defense was prepared for Purdy. They went after him and they got him. And then, teams should have three quarterbacks on the roster. Well, I think teams do have three quarterbacks on the roster, but they need to activate and suit up in uniform three quarterbacks for a game. And that third string quarterback during the game, he can hold the clipboard for the coach. Your starter goes down, your second string goes in. If he goes down, like it happened to you guys, then you got a third string to come in there and get the game finished. Who was that number 17 that went down to come in for Purdy?
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Johnson went down. And I'm like, well, teams got to start activating three quarterbacks for a game. You got to have that emergency one.
Some of us believe that Jimmy could have played in that game, but he told himself not to. Over or under 37.5 points. I think that's why it's too low. Let me see. What it was another question. I was just thinking about Oh boy, what was it? Oh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, if we could just that when you talk about the Eagles game. See, some of that was Cal fault too on the pass that they gave the Eagles. That was an incomplete pass. But Cal, Mr. Cal Shanahan, that's why a lot of people's mad at Cal. That's why some of the 49ers talking about getting rid of Cal and stuff. Because every time it's some kind of big mistakes. Like that one play could have turned the game around. Eagles wouldn't even had a touchdown. We would have had the ball on the Eagles 40. Because they went for it on fourth. And that pass was incomplete. And they rushed up to the line to hide the ball so that we couldn't challenge it. Now, Mr. Kyle Shanahan should have noticed that. He should have saw that the Eagles rushing up to the line and called a timeout or threw the challenge flag out there.
Okay, how about if you go with my other theory, and this is just a theory. You don't have to believe my theory. You don't have to agree with my theory on what you're talking about now. How do we know that this game wasn't fixed up and rigged for San Francisco to lose? And they already had Philadelphia scripted as a winner. And Shanahan's just rolling with it and doing what he's supposed to do to make sure he don't win. That's my theory. Call me nuts or call me, I don't care. But go on. Continue.
I know.
We don't need to go. We don't need to get in that conversation, but continue.
Yes, I also blame that on the officials. Because usually they'll call it, say, wait a minute, why is the team rushing up? And they'll stop the play. And they say, wait a minute, let's go back and look at this. But nobody looked at it. My first eyes, I thought it was completed. And after they ran another play, then they showed the replay again. And I looked and said, he dropped the ball. They wouldn't have scored. It would have been our ball on their 40.
Right.
And probably Brock Purdy would have got hurt on that play. That probably changed the whole system, how the play call goes.
Maybe, yeah.
But like you said, they say, I know somebody else is talking about that, about games being fixed. But this guy came out, so we say like this, would Brock Purdy say, okay, I got to get hurt? I don't think he would say that. There was a game to go with it. I don't think sometimes, I don't know. Because like the Kansas City Super Bowl game, it was a lot of things happening in that game where our defense was getting held, but no flag. And you can see the obvious. They showed the obvious how Nick Bosa got held on that deep ball play and DeForest Buckner. If they didn't get held, they would have made the sack.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I don't know. Sometimes you think sometimes it look like the games are set up.
Well, it makes you wonder. It's always going to be. It's always going to be in the back of your mind.
Yep. My brother says that too. He says, "Why?" Like, I think it was against the Raiders. Mason. No, who was it? I don't know who it was, but the team ran down the field and got to the 1 yard line, and he could have scored a touchdown, but he stopped so they could just run out the clock. He's like, "What?" See, he said, "This is Vegas fixing things." So
right.
They could get the spread or something.
Yeah. That's it.
you know what I was gonna do? Instead of doing this with you, I was gonna invite you to come to do the play-by-play with me.
Nah, that's all right. I'll be watching the game.
Yeah, me too.
I don't need that. That's okay. Nah, I'll pass. I'll take a pass.
Anybody in the chat have any questions y'all would like to ask Dave?
I think we're good.
Let me see. Let's see what's Randy saying. You see, Brian might have a question for you. Question: Who is your kicker?
That's 1 second. That's Dustin Hopkins. Played for Florida State.
Okay. Yep.
He come from Florida State. He come from the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah. My man Brian loves kickers. He's a special team guru. He even said he was telling us all during our season that the 49ers are going to draft our kicker Moody. He been saying it, and everybody like, no. And it happened. He was celebrating.
Robbie Gould was the clutch kicker when you guys had Robbie Gould. Didn't you guys have Robbie Gould one time? Yeah.
And he's a free agent. He wanted so much money that the Niners like, nah, we'll let you go. And they let him go, and we drafted a kicker, Moody. And Moody's been our kicker. He's been doing good too.
Right.
One time he was the leader of the score points. I don't know about now, but I know he was a leader. I don't know if he still is because this last game against Dallas, we didn't kick no field goal. We only kicked the extra points. Well, Randy DeTona said, well, that kicker, whoever he is,
Take a day off. Took a day off.
Yeah. LL Corey, he's laughing what I said about him being a special team kickers lover. Don't say to David that kickers don't matter. He might, if you say that, he'll be asking for the link to come in here to tell you something. what superhero do y'all have in Cleveland?
It was Chubb until he got injured. Now it's it's been Chubb and Myles Garrett. We still got Myles Garrett, and that's it as far as icon. It'd be Chubb and Myles Garrett. We don't have we don't have like a Debo type wide receiver. Amari Cooper is good, but he's not like what you want to have, like a Debo.
Yeah. Great guess, Corey Davis. Yes, thank you. Garrett is elite. Do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely. He's the one first round draft pick we hit on. We had to hit on somebody somewhere. He was one of them.
Thank you, Brian. Corey has always have a great show. Thank you. Let me see what else. I'm hoping. Did you see what they fired Kittle
Nah, what happened to him?
at the Dallas game, at the 49ers Dallas game? He wore a shirt underneath his jersey that says F the Dallas, F the Cowboys.
Okay.
See, back when Gary Plummer did the same thing, but Gary Plummer didn't get fired for it.
So Kettle's getting the fine. Okay.
He get fined because Dallas is making a big stink about it. Plus, their great pass rusher supposed to be what's his name? Number 11. He's making a big fuss about it. Thank you, Laura. So, do you think somebody should get fined for that?
Now, if nobody saw it, somebody's making a fuss about it, like you said. But if nobody else saw it, let it go, man.
And they waited till Friday to find him. Monday went past, Tuesday went past, Thursday.
People are soft.
I said, what's happening to the freedom of speech?
First Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
First Amendment, United States Constitution. Yes, sir.
I saw a woman get thrown off the airplane for wearing a hat that said something, and they never showed what the hat said. But the captain of the airplane threw her off, told her she's going to have to get off the plane or take that hat off.
That should be a violation of constitutional rights and a lawsuit.
Yep.
That should definitely be civil rights violation.
So I'm hoping they don't run CMC so much, but put in Mason, let him run some. Put him in there. Sometimes Kyle Shanahan likes us to run CMC. It said F the Lambs. Mitch Scout Loser Passion. So you said Cleveland Browns won't get a score.
Nope. No score.
Okay, tell you this. Let's make this. If Cleveland Browns beat the Niners tomorrow, you come on my play-by-play show.
If Cleveland was to win in an upset, yeah, I could do that for you.
Okay. Hey, you don't have to come on if y'all lose. I just the Steelers fan made a bet with me. We did this kind of show. You know what he betted?
What's that?
He betted a profile pick.
Yeah, I don't get in those profile pick bets. No.
He said if the 49ers beat my Steelers, you send me a symbol of 49ers, and I had to change my picture to a 49er. And I had to keep it on there until next time the Steelers win a game. I said, okay. And same thing with you. If the Steelers beat your Niners, you gotta have the Steelers profile picture to y'all win a game. I said, okay. He said, y'all, you're not afraid if y'all gonna lose next. If y'all lose to the Steelers and you have to lose to the next game. I said, we playing the Rams. We always beat the Rams. We only lost one time to them. That was in the championship game. And Tart dropped the ball. That probably would have helped us win that game. But these two groups in my Facebook, all the admins and the moderators don't do no job no more, and it's only me doing it. And I've been getting naked pictures of women having sex and stuff. I've been getting a lot of trolls in this group. And the creator of the group, he haven't been in there. And in this other group, I don't even know who the creator is.
Wow.
I went, and there's only 3 of us as admins, and that's it.
Right.
I don't see the creator. I'm like, I wanted to bring in some more people, some of my own people, but I was like, this is really not my group.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I don't know how I keep on blocking these trolls, and they keep on coming back. And I look, and they coming as, they're not members, they are visitors. How would you change that visitors can't come in your group? What do you do? You hear me?
Change for visitors not to come into your group. You got to have the group. You got to have the group setting on members only. You can't have the group open to public. You got the setting on members only.
I don't know what. See this. Like I said, this group was created by somebody else.
Right. Well, you go to group settings if you're admin, and go to group settings and make sure that it's got down that the group is not open to the public, that it's members only. You got to be a member to get in the group. Some groups, you don't have to be a member. You can just be anybody for the public. But check the group settings. You want to check them settings.
What's up, Nick? God. Nick. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess it up. Can you pronounce his last name, David?
I can't pronounce that. I don't want to feel stupid either.
Well, he says the NFL fines against the Cowboys more than $56,000.
Huh.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I don't want to mess up your last name by trying to pronounce it, because I know I'm not that good in pronouncing names. Yes, Nikki, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It's just a click on that subscription button. It's free. It ain't gonna cost you. It just helped me build my channel up. So you're a Cowboys fan, Nick. Okay, I think. Let me see. Anything else?
Nah, man. I mean, I'm pretty good. I covered what I had to cover here. Like I said, it don't look good for Cleveland. Things didn't quite go the way we thought they were going to go. It got cursed. Chubb got injured, got taken out of that Pittsburgh game, and it rolled downhill from there. And then Watson should have went into a slide to protect himself. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Aaron Banks also got fined for $10,440 for that hit. Oh, you're not a Cowboys fan, Nick? I thought you was a Cowboy fan. You're a 49er fan? Who your team? Oh, I'm a faithful since 1972. Oh, you older than me. Yeah, I've been a fan of 49 since 1982. Yeah, appreciate you, Nick. What else I was thinking about? Bebop, are you still there? You can do the game thread for the group tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna let me put the game thread up?
Yeah, I let you.
All right, I'll remember that. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. All right.
I'm doing the play-by-play tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So everybody tune in at 10 o'clock tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be doing the play-by-play on my channel. Be watching the game. And do you like my intro?
Yeah, I saw that. That works.
Yep.
Yeah, that works.
This guy's wife, her name is Tony Cup. She made that intro for me.
Well, she did good on that.
Yeah. She made me two of them. She made the next one I'm about to play pretty soon. In this, she made that one too. She made Bryant's and this guy named David McNiner intro.
Yeah, I talked to David McNiner. I remember him. I've been on here with him. Hey, if you don't have anything else for me, man, that's about it for me. I'm gonna cut out here unless you got any other questions or anywhere else, anything else we got to discuss because we pretty much covered it, at least on my end. I know if 49ers going to make a run for this, I know that they're focused on this game. They're not going to fall into the trap game on this one. I'd say right now they're carrying momentum. The game to watch is going to be San Francisco and Philadelphia. I don't know what week you got that. You got that coming up a couple weeks after us, I
Week
think.
13. That'd be week 13.
So I would love to see both teams be undefeated going into that.
Yeah, I would love to
get those ratings.
Oh yes, I would love that too.
Yeah, man, you want to see the battle of the unbeatens going against each other. That's what you want.
Yep, and
I know what I want to say before I go. This applies to the league wide. Overtime periods used to be a full 15 minutes. They're only 10 minutes now. I would like to go back to where we had a full 15-minute overtime period and eliminate ties, meaning if it's still scoreless after that 15-minute overtime period, you got to keep playing until somebody wins, just like they do in a playoff game. That's what I'd like to see. No ties. And right now, this 10-minute overtime period, you get a tie. You get in the game in a tie, you're dating your sister. You didn't accomplish anything. Nothing was solved.
Yeah.
No ties. And it's got to be 15 minutes. I mean, a 10-minute overtime period is nothing. That's not much time left in the game at all. Not much time left in that period at all.
Yeah, Randy agreed with you. He said we need a winner.
Thank you. Corey, I'm gonna cut out of here. I appreciate it. Good luck to you. Well, I shouldn't say good luck to you tomorrow. I'll say good health. May nobody get injured. Let's say good health.
Okay.
Good health. Not good luck, but good health to both teams.
All right.
All right, thanks, Corey. I'll put the game thread up. I'll give a shout out to you. Again, this is Corey A. Davis. He's a admin in my NFL group on Facebook, 32 NFL Teams Warzone group. If you're on Facebook, you'd like to be part of that group, talk to Corey if you're friends with him, and he'll add you and send you an invite. That's all we got for now. I'll talk at you soon, Corey. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Peace. Thank you for coming. All right. Would y'all want to come in Good night, Nick. We need a new guest. Oh, I meant to ask him about something about Nice. This guy named Nice. He's a Cleveland Brown fan. And now I think he would have been a homer. I should have contacted him too. Got him on the show. Anybody would like, I can send the show right here, right now. Or if you would like to come on, I can put the link in the chat. I think I can. It says somebody can't comment. I don't know. But if you like me to put the link in the chat, let me know if you want to come on here. And we can just talk a little more. Right? Would you like to come on here? Anybody? Or should I end it right here and say, go Niners, and see y'all tomorrow again at 10. I'll be doing the play-by-play of the game. Brian, David May Niner, do y'all want me to put the link in the chat? And when we still go on? Now I got one thing to say about this guy, Jack Hammer. I didn't get to read mostly about it, but I heard a little about it. Now that man, let me see, Corey Cat, little girl birthday, but I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, if she can listen, is she around you? Because I like to do this for her. I like to sing her a happy birthday song. So is she listening? Or she's gone? I'd like to sing happy birthday to her. Well, you could always play this video back to her. She's listening? Okay. Lily, I would like to sing a song for you. If you don't mind. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lily. Happy birthday to you. I hope you had a great day today. Hope you had lots of fun at your birthday. And I wish you many more. And I love you. Love the whole family. Happy birthday, Lily. You are one special girl. All the co-girls, Little Murphy, the boy, I'm gotta say that, I'm sorry, are special. They are great. Happy birthday, Lily. From Corey Davis, Lockdown Davis. Maybe one day I will get to meet you. You had me on TV. Oh, that's great. You're welcome, Brian. Corey is dressing up as Santa for Christmas game. I'm going to that game. Yes, I'm going to see the Ravens. We're going to go play the Ravens. I hope we beat the Ravens. I'm kind of nervous about that game. That's one of the game I think I picked that we could lose to. But well, I think everybody's busy tonight. Yeah, Brian's at a birthday. I think David Menendez might be on a date. John Jay's probably on another channel. He's probably on YTC's or TRL still. Congratulations to TRL. The Dodgers off. David Corona. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Oh man, here's my man, Big Mac Sports. How you doing, Big Mac Sports? Would you like to come on here and tell me what you think about the Cleveland Browns? How we gonna do tomorrow? I could put the link in the chat before I end it. I just did an interview with a Cleveland Browns fan. He just left. But if you like the link, I can put the link in the chat and we can go on a little few longer. You can tell me what you think about the 49ers and Cleveland game, or what about the Dallas game. If you like to, let me know. I'm about to end this though. Let me know. Back to what I was saying. Too. Jack Hammer. I don't feel sorry for the man. If you did what you did, that is just plain sick. I can't anybody that do something to a child. She may have been 15, but still that's a child. I don't like that. So I'm very against it. Jack Hammer, I might gonna have to go. I think I'm subscribed to you. I think I'm about to unsubscribe to you now. Because I can't have that. I don't like that. I guess nobody could come on tonight. But tomorrow, we will beat the Cleveland Browns. I say 35-10. Put it up? Okay. Here I go. I'll put it in there. Oh, she was 17 years old? Still, that's kind of young. That's still kind of young. Here's the link. Big Mac Sports coming in. Come on, stop bringing that up there. The link is in. Rest in peace, Jeff Patterson. Yes, rest in peace. The link is in the chat. Big Mac Sports. Big Mac Sports. I'm probably coming in. We're going to. Cool. He'll be in a little while. So what's y'all score prediction? Chat, what is y'all score prediction for this game tomorrow? I have it 35-10. let me see. He heard him. He said the Cleveland Brown fan said David Ram Clark said it's gonna be 38-0. He don't have no confidence that his team can score against our Niners. Oh, that's Jack's real name, Jeff Patterson. Oh. Did he change his name because to Jack Hammer to because of this? If he did, that's still bad. Okay. Coming in, my brother, Big Mac Sports.
What's up, Corey?
How you doing? Uh-oh. Something happened. He disappeared. Okay, here we go again. I'm gonna try it again. Oh, keep on. Let's see.
I just gotta do
Try to
something
see if we
real
can
quick
bring him in.
With my speaker. Something something's up with my I gotta connect my microphone. Hold on. Okay. Let's see if this will work, Corey.
Hello? Again. They keep on throwing them out. I don't know why. Let me see. Let me try it again. Here he is again. Let's see if we can keep him.
You hear me there, Corey?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, my cam, something's wrong with my computer. I had to jump on my computer, so anyways. How's it going, Corey?
It's going good.
Good.
Ready for this game tomorrow.
Yep, I probably see the second half. Can't watch the first half. I'll be in church.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably look at the score and everything, but I think just hopping in here to just what I think about tomorrow's game. I don't know. It's a tough one. I watched the game that the Ravens and the Browns game from a couple of weeks ago. They have a good defense, but I don't think they have the best defense. We have the best defense. So I was kind of interested in how Shanahan's going to attack that defense. The other thing is how Wilkes is going to attack their offense. But I think a lot of players are going to show up hungry, and I kind of have a feeling that Juwan Jennings is going to do something special tomorrow. Just I don't know if he's going to go off for big numbers or be that third down guy that he's known for. So I think they're going to score over 35 points again.
Mm.
So I don't know if I don't think the Browns is going to score over 10 points. So that's my prediction, 35-10.
Well, you got my same prediction,
Yeah.
35-10.
Yeah, I think that they're going to do really good tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and their starting quarterback's out.
And that who is it? PJ
Walker.
Walker, they're starting for them. I haven't even seen him in any games or highlights or anything,
Me
so
either.
he might be a mystery. Who knows? But
Yeah, that's true. That's sometimes when you go against them teams, they don't have enough. The defense go against a team that don't have enough film on that player for them to study. Sometimes that quarterback comes out and do good.
yep. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, Brock Purdy did it last year, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens tomorrow. Especially, it's a road game. They're in Cleveland. Supposed to have some weather.
Yep.
And so we'll see if jet lag. I don't know. The 49ers right now, all the players, what they talk about is to go into a fast start this season. So in every game, they're focused on having a fast start, whether it be the offense or defense. They've actually shown that this year. So, hey, what's up, Bebop? He just said what's up to me. So,
Yeah.
Anyways, so tomorrow's game is going to be pretty interesting, but I think the offense is going to be clicking there. And I really like what's his name, David Carr. Did you watch David Carr's breakdown of Brock Purdy from the last game?
No.
Well, he did a breakdown on Brock Purdy's performance against the Dallas Cowboys, and I really, like a lot of people are saying that Brock Purdy's a system quarterback, and then I went back and watched the NFC Championship game where Mostert ran for over 200 yards against Green Bay back when they went to the Super Bowl, and looked at the way that Garoppolo was throwing. You can't just plug in another player here onto the San Francisco 49ers and think that they're going to be like what Brock Purdy is today. And for me, as you well know, and a lot of the other guys, what's up, Colt? I didn't think that Brock Purdy was going to come back this soon. I kind of have a feeling that the 49er brass was kind of keeping us in limbo on that whole situation, because I think Brock Purdy, his arm is not doesn't show like he was injured or anything. He looks a lot better after the injury, and he's got some really nice throws. So David Carr broke down the way that of the game that Brock Purdy had and some of the throws he had on there, and it was crazy. That's elite talent that he's got. I mean, precise and accurate down the field. The one throw that he did to both to Ayuk and to what was it, Debo over the middle, right over the outstretched arms of the Dallas players, and it's like, man, right on target. It's crazy how really good he is, and what Shannon Sharp said about him yesterday. I'm like, what game film were you watching? It doesn't seem like he was watching any game film, but I think all the doubters are out there. I even doubted Purdy coming into the season whether he was going to be able to play, but there's no doubt now. There's just absolutely no doubt that he is the future of the San Francisco 49ers. That quarterback, the most important position there is, and I was surprised by our offensive line. They're holding up really good, very good. And they showed that in the last few weeks. I think that right side of the line only gave up a few hurries and a couple of sacks, but that's better than what I thought they were going to do. I thought that Michael Parsons was going to have a field day with our right tackle, but hey, props to the 49ers, man. They did so well. They did so well against the Dallas Cowboys, and I couldn't stop laughing. I just couldn't stop laughing when that beatdown that they gave them, man.
Yeah.
That just made my whole week.
How do you feel about that George Kittle getting fined for that shirt?
Hey, George Kittle getting fined for the shirt is that's like what, $15 to George Kittle? He's gonna pay that, and
Yeah.
I like that. He didn't shy away from it. He wore it. He gave homage to Plummer.
Yep.
Who wore it way back in the days too. And I'm just like that too. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that dislike the Philadelphia Eagles right now, but the San Francisco 49ers against the Dallas Cowboys, that rivalry, well, it's not a rivalry anymore. We spanked them like 3 times in a row now. But that's the team that I grew up hating. I could not stand the Cowboys.
Me too.
Could not stand them. I still can't stand them.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, so many people like the Cowboys, and I'm like, I have no love for the Cowboys. I mean,
Me either.
I like the players and stuff, but the Cowboys is just, man. Cowboys is worse than the Seattle Seahawks and the Raiders and the Rams and whoever it is right now. For me, it's just the Cowboys. Cannot stand the Cowboys, and the media love the Cowboys so much that they would do all kind of excuses for them. But you know what? They suck. That's basically. Yeah, but
I hope they lose Monday. Hope like the tradition where we play a team and after we play them, we beat them. Next game, they can't win. They said like the Steelers, but that the Steelers only one that did it. You know.
Yeah.
After playing us, they won. They beat the Browns, wasn't it?
Yeah, the 49ers are really physical right now, and after they play a team, you know, they don't do too well the next 2 weeks because they still feel it. So, and Michael Parsons talking after the game and everything like that about Kittle's shirt and stuff, making it personal. Come on, man. You can't talk after you just got lit up. So, he just needs to stop that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard you talking about Hammer. Man, that guy. Yeah, that guy's I mean, there's forgiveness and everything like that, but I'm not gonna support that guy, so I just unsubscribe from him.
Yeah, I think I gotta go unsubscribe from him too.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't be doing that kind of stuff, man. That's the kind of stuff that gets you. People want to take you out for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I hope Greenlaw plays too.
Yeah, hammies, man, they can be a real issue. So
yeah,
I've had a few of those in my days, and they're not fun. And to come back within a week, I don't know how severe it is, but you know, he can always do. Greenlaw can always do what Isaac Sokwaka used to do. He used to call one of the other linemen or a linebacker to come and walk on his legs with their cleats on. You know, get that muscle tissue all separated and everything. So I don't know if you ever saw that, Corey, when Sokwaka used to get people to come and walk on his back and on his legs.
No, I never saw
him
it.
up on the sideline. Yeah. I thought that was funny. I thought I was the only one that did that kind of stuff, but when I saw Soap do it, I was like, hey, That's a poly for you right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he plays tomorrow. Otherwise, because they have that really fast running back on their team, also on the Browns. So, and Greenlaw's been catching all those fast, speedy
Running backs.
running backs. So, yeah, I hope he's able to play tomorrow. Otherwise, Owen Burks gotta step up.
Yep.
Burks gotta step up on that. So.
I sure hate losing Azir. Oh, what's this?
Is the Ford guy, or is it?
He used to be on our team last year. Azir.
Oh, is he Azir's? He's not on our team right now, right?
No, he's gone. He gone to.
Yeah, he's with Houston,
Tennessee.
isn't he?
No, I think he with Tennessee Titans.
Oh, the Titans. Oh, yeah. He followed that. The one guy that they hired as the president now over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure hate to lose him, but I knew we couldn't sign him. There's too much. We couldn't keep Greenlaw and him.
Yeah, I mean, we have
We had
some
to
really
lose
good
one.
linebackers in the room too. So
Yeah.
I think the Niners will do just fine if they need to rest Greenlaw. I think Owen Burks will do really good in filling in for him. So yeah, the Niners just been putting up so many points every single game, and it's just crazy. I'm just waiting because I think with them playing that PJ kid, um, I think Bosa is gonna have a good day.
Yeah.
So my wife told me I'm talking too loud, so I can't talk so loud.
She probably said, "I'm trying to sleep, husband. You talking too loud."
Yep.
Well, I'll let you go. I'm about to end it. Thank you for coming on, though.
No problem, Corey. Yeah, on the next one, you gonna be on tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on tomorrow. I'm doing the play-by-play tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be at church though, huh?
Yeah, I'll just gonna check everything out on my on the scores as it comes through. But usually we only have so yeah, probably I'll be watching the second half. So I'll tune in tomorrow when I get back from church.
Okay.
So all right, Corey,
All right.
have a good night, man.
You too.
All right, see you.
See. They do. I thought Marquise Goodwin was with Seattle. Okay. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming in today. I'd like to thank David M. Clark for being my guest today. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat. Good night, Bebop. Thank you, Bebop, for coming in. Thank you, Randy Daytona. Thank you, Brian Cook. Thank you, John J. Thank you, Lauren Cat. Thank you, everybody that came. Thank you, Nick G. Thank you, Nathan Z. Thank you, David McNiner. I'd like to thank everybody. Thank you, be back. I sure appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow when we play the Cleveland Browns. I'll be doing the play-by-play at 10 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific, and 1 o'clock Eastern. Y'all enjoy your night, and I'll see you tomorrow.